All right, so obviously, with him committing to Wisconsin, kind of what was the feeling of almost like, was there kind of like a feeling of pride, obviously, of him carrying on that legacy of you being, a great Wisconsin quarterback? Was there kind of a sense of pride of him carrying on that legacy you left there?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I was over the moon when he decided to. Wisconsin was the place he wanted to play football in college. I wanted it to be his decision. I didn't want him to choose Wisconsin because I went there. He'll tell you he grew up in a Wisconsin household. I mean, you always got to root for your alma mater, and they've been good. They got to pick it up this year compared to the last couple of years. But yeah, from my feelings on him going to Wisconsin, I couldn't be more proud of him, and I think he's going to have a great time up there in Madison, and I think he's just going to he found the right place for him.
And then obviously, watching him play and watching him develop, have you kind of seen shades of like your own style in him?
I see myself in him at times, but the quarterback position has evolved so much
Mhm.
since I stopped playing, and he's kind of that next version of the quarterback.
Mhm.
He's a lot more athletic, bigger. I think I came out of high school at like 6'3", 160 pounds.
Mhm.
He's 6'5", 200 pounds. So it's just a different game now. But from an athleticism standpoint, he's much more athletic than I was. Can pull it down and run with it. But when he stands in the pocket and he rips a dig in there or a post over the middle, I'm like, man, it kind of looks like somebody. It's fun to watch, but also fun to see how he's just taken what I've tried to teach him from the quarterback position and just
Mhm.
altered it and made it just more versatile from his standpoint.
And I mean, obviously, just like going back to asking you, like, obviously, having a dad who is as talented and obviously, had a very long career in the NFL as a really good quarterback, I'm guessing that all kind of played a really big role in like your development and how you kind of took that jump, especially like 2 years ago when you really took that jump into being like the really great quarterback you are.
Obviously, the biggest thing was just his knowledge of the game, like having that in high school as a coach and him being the pass game coordinator, kind of evolving that Colts offense into our high school to get me ready for the next level in college. That developed me from my sophomore to my junior year a lot. And obviously, just like I said, his knowledge of the game has been huge for me. Just in the film room, watching film at home, and in the meeting room, like it's been huge before games. Just having the answers to the test before I even go out there, and yeah, I mean, just having him in my life has been huge.
I'm sure as like a dad being able to coach your son, like, what's that feeling like being able to, coach your son?
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, it you get a certain amount of time with your kids that is quality time. And when you can not only get that at home, but get that while they're playing a sport, it's the process of growing up and becoming who they're going to be for the rest of their lives. So I try to not only in him, but all the kids we coach is just instill in them that it is a process. You want to spend time, you want to enjoy yourself, you want to be a teenager, but it's all about building for what's the next step, what's how to handle certain things, how to treat people. Becoming young men. They go from boys to young men to men. And any way I can help in that process
Mhm.
with the game of football, I want to do that not only for him, but for my other two sons and any of the kids I coach.
I know I kind of touched on it briefly, but like having Carter and having your other receivers and having all the receivers that come back, how does that like help you both as a quarterback and you as like the passing game coordinator, like make your life easier?
Yeah, just playing with those guys since I've been young
Mhm.
and gaining that chemistry has been huge. And to have all those guys back for a year after last year, kind of learning from a new conference, kind of going there, playing some good competition. We learned, and the jump that I'm hoping we make from our junior year to our senior year, we have one goal: is to make it all the way, and I really believe that we can do that. And with the weapons that I have going into this year, I feel like we're going to be really dangerous.
Yeah. From the coaching standpoint, it's the evolution of the offense, right? It was like putting in a new offense last year. They were younger, but having all the guys back, you're able to take what you did last year and just kind of evolve it. Put a little bit more in. They understand it easier. So it's not starting from scratch. It's starting from where you kind of left off. And kudos to him and all the guys on the team. They put in the work, right? I mean, it starts in the winter once the season ends with workouts and throwing sessions, and then gets into the spring, and now we're into the summer, the last phase before you kind of jump back into school and jump into the season. And our goal is to kind of hit the ground running, right?
Mhm.
It's not the learning curve isn't going to be as steep. So you could put in some things that are a little bit more, a little less basic and a little bit more intuitive, a little bit more advanced level. And taking that Colts offense, being able to run the football, throw the football, understand what you're doing to a defense and trying to manipulate the defense into your favor, getting in the right play, checking to plays, going under center, getting into the shotgun, being able to run the quarterback, but having that experience, at the wide receiver position, at the O-line position, at the running back position, we lost two guys on offense. So we're really excited that we're going to hit the ground running and be able to do a lot of really good things.
When eventually it comes down to the game in Lucas Oil Stadium, what do you feel like the emotions would be maybe on your side of like a state championship win in the place where you spent your career? What do you like? What would that mean to both of you?
Yeah, for me, it's kind of a full circle moment, right? I grew up in Michigan. I went to school in Wisconsin, drafted by the Colts, spent 6 years with the Colts. I was talking to somebody and I was showing them all the banners of the teams I was on and how successful the teams were. And I told them my only regret was we didn't win more Super Bowls, but just being able to possibly play a game in Lucas Oil Stadium where I played so many years and had a lot of success with the teams I was on, and for them to be able to possibly play that game and then win that game, it would be a full circle moment. I think it would be just kind of one of those things where stuff's our dreams are made of, right? Taking that picture and just kind of like comparing it to me in my uniform on Lucas Oil Stadium, at Lucas Oil Stadium would be awesome for me.
Yeah, for me, and I'm going to speak for the rest of my teammates too. It would be a dream come true. I mean, this has been what we've talked about since we've been third grade, just getting in Lucas Oil. And I mean, we put in the work to do that. And I feel like this year we're really looking forward to it. It's been the motto in the film room, the weight room, on the field, and it would be a great ending to a great high school career.